earlier, you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you? Didn't you?
Oh, yes, what the fuck? Why can't I do this voice consistently? Oh, yes, that's right.
You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip. That's true, because he was like, oh, he stabbed him.
I suppose. I might have, yes. But the cart before the horse, maybe.
What's that?
Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats on the roof deck.
Oh, I expect that was me, sir.
Then when I turned around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor, and the knife was sticking up out of his midriff. That's right, yes. And the fellow holding the handle was the famous man, yes.
So, in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all.
Fuck. I really thought that I did, but when I could go over to get in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I? What the fuck?
Hey, what's that about? What you doing?
Excuse me, would you mind not breaking your teeth on your cane? Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh?
Eh?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed?
Some days are like that.
Some days I stay up crying in my bad luck.
That's just how it be sometimes. You see a guy get murdered.
Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the top of an omnibus, that is.
Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker, I'll have you know.
Are you?
And I know what I saw. I remember
Are
as
you
clear as a Ballarat day.
Because typically bankers aren't, 20 guineas in debt.
I work with the government, you know I'm trustworthy. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you.
Banks aren't typically a part of the government anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
They're like third-party things.
Mr. Fairplay.
Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord. I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement so the defense can present against you. Oh, that was a bit specific, but I can do that. I'll tell you just how grim it was. Did you think I'll forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after the butcher stabbed the man?
He wore gloves, you fucking moron.
Bitch!
Blood-soaked hands?
Well, I admit that soaked might be laying on a little thick, but anyway, there's definitely blood all over them. Both of them are covered in it. Well.
Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar.
What?
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question.
Oh, yes. Right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there. But, as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove.
Oh my god, why is he doing that?
In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent.
But no, that can't be right.
So you're the liar?
Whoa.
So you're the liar here then?
I'll fucking kill him. I'll do it.
Hold me back! Let me.
I'll kill him too.
Oh, right! You were quite clear about it. You said it was both hands!
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth? Well, I...
Objection!
Oh, Van Ziegen must have put his head in.
It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Well, yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one. But the fact remains.
Well, yes, you're right, and you have a right, but... Oh my god.
Let me point at you, gay. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Objection! No! Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court. Why? I'm a city banker for pity's sake! My word should be the gold standard! I'm a gentleman, not some guy snipe! Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate! He's claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case?
Nope. Mr. Naruto,
The ledger!
if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide in this trial completely.
What do you mean, Sasato?
If we had some evidence that we may have gotten recently, you know.
There's no evidence. Sorry
that
for
we
wasting
could that we could tell her, motherfucker.
My lord,
Yes, counsel?
the defense is ready to present evidence.
By Jove! Are you sure?
Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay is not that fair at all. Had reason to lie in his testimony.
Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness's alleged deception of the murder.
Take that! This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
What? Mr. Fairplay? Are you currently indebted financially to the accused? What?
What?
Are you currently indebted financially to the accused? No, well, it's better where they're being called a debt.
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Well, what of it?
Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to sue a capital punishment, sorry, I almost threw up, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
Oh shit. Cease to exist.
A little late in that reaction, Sasato, but Mr. Fairplay.
She's just over there like picking her nose, like not even paying attention.
Like fucking drooling. Is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw, in a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
Gug.
I put Altoids in my cane.
Order!
My throat hurts. Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
From sucking too much dick.
Yes, my yes, my lord.
Let me ask you again, and be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you or did you not see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
He sounds like a hamster, you know.
He does. Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
All right! Now let's not make a melodrama out of this.
Bitch, someone was murdered!
Perhaps I did. Overstate the truth a pinch. A pinch? I wasn't even on the omnibus. But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilden's hands. Both of them.
Objection.
Objection. And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained. So you keep saying.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. First. You
Well,
better
The
not
thing
say
is,
anything fucking
I think
stupid.
I remember seeing it myself, as it happens.
Seeing what?
The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think, yeah. I'm almost sure that was on both of his hands, not just one.
Oh.
Bruce is like, yeah, that's right, you fucking thought it was.
He's like holding a gun underneath. Like,
Underneath the fucking counter. What? What?
It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Yes.
Mr. Naruhodo,
Oh, what's up?
this is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last.
Yes! Yes! I might finally have a chance to turn things around here.
Look at the pepper.
Look at the paper.
What the witnesses really saw.
That was blood on both of his hands. Sorry, I was chewing on my cane. There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
That matters very severely.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them.
I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard the scream.
Anyway, the fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Bruce, I have a funny thing to show you.
Funny you should mention that.
Well, lo and behold, in truth of fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated. I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. I was incriminating evidence that the man to say we saw the man do it.
That's really not what testimony is about.
I'm not just examining the entire
Every time. It's so.
in the interior of the omnibus once more.
What is that?
The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the sheet, corroborating the witness's accounts.
Wait, sorry, that's my wine I spilled earlier.
In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case.
Ah! Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord. I think I already know it. Because I'm so funny
Yeah.
and smart.
Yeah, let's get it to it.
Because, Bruce, you silly, silly man.
There we go, we're going to be the new windows with your carriage. Oops, that's gloves.
If we... Take a walk with me, Bruce. Let's go in the carriage. And let's have a look-see down here. Not the seat, you fucking moron. The handle. See, it's a handle, it seems. Uh-oh, there it is. A hiding spot. This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running. Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools.
So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems.
Did Van Zeeks give you some of his food?
No.
There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to store their luggage, that's for sure.
Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway.
Alright.
Have
Yes,
you
I've
seen, though?
Yes, I have seen enough, Susato. We can leave the omnibus now.
Objection!
There is a giant ass hole in the seat. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. You were riding this omnibus and witnessed the events in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
In that case, who was flying the trolley? There was a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you.
What?
By golly, really?
Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. Except I'm gonna say for sure, but the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Oh, Van Zeeks. You know I'm right.
Enough hypothetical meandering, my friend. I don't know, it's just something about Nipponese that just feels not good to say.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Why can't he, like... Anyways.
Well,
The
do they know of, like, Japan? Have they officially called it Japan yet?
Well, Nippon is Japan, right? You know?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, has the West given Japan its name yet? Or have they called it Japan? You know,
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know.
The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the sense of the crime is here in the flesh.
Actually, that's made of wood, Van Zeeks. I will hold up the prosecution's demand. You will identify the area on this cross-sectional plan of the omnibus. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting this potential...
In the fucking chair! Both rows of seats on the roof faced in the direction of travel, whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other. Which means the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is as I've drawn here.
Oh, I forgot, sorry.
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite of the one on which the victim and his attackers were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it.
I'm going to chew on my cane. Objection!
Oh, Nancy, you're mad.
It's quite possible. Some phantom was sitting there. Gay point. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity.
What?
I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
Oh, I have no idea.
Can you,
Oh.
Mr. Naruhodo?
Can? Smell stronger! Yeah, we don't have anyone. I don't fucking know. I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck?
You have an
Neil?
inkling?
Oh. I think,
Just like Splatoon.
just like Splatoon.
Just like
I
Splatoon.
think. Okay, because he's saying that through the light on here, he saw both McGilded and Mason on this side.
Right.
I think we're trying to get to the point that McGilded was here, which means there was a fifth passenger. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. I think that's what we're trying to
Because
get
he
at.
said earlier that he didn't see their faces. He only saw that he
Yeah.
was short.
And he saw the hats.
Yeah.
The defense would like to put forward a name.
We're gonna see if we're correct next time on Children.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh.